You know what it is, Victory Talk. I'm real excited to share some things with y'all about getting money, accomplishing goals. You know, Victory Talk is all about building your money, your muscle, and your mindset. Let's get into it. Real talk first. Yeah. Victory Talk. Oh, this is exciting. You know, if you're just joining us, this is your first time. Oh, you're in for a treat. Victory Talk, man, you know, we're here to talk about the things that'll help you really take your life to the next level. And those things are building your money, building up your money, your muscle, and your mindset. All right? Because if you get those three things together, everything else kind of falls into place. Everything else just kind of falls into place. And that's what we're going to talk about here today, man. I'm real excited. Hey, listen, if you have not done so already, join the free Discord. Join the free Discord. All right? It's called Victory Unit. In there, we're giving advice every day. I got a free course in there called High Value Alpha Baller. One of the best courses I ever made, and it's free just for you. And we'll be dropping more free stuff in there as time goes on. And every day we're in there helping you build your money, your muscle, and your mindset. So make sure you join. We got it's like 2,000 members now.
Yeah.
2,000 members. Come on, man. You missing out. You're missing out on how much success, victory are you leaving on the fucking table by not joining the free Victory Unit? Link in the description. All right. But without further ado, I want to get into this episode, man. And we got to start it. You know, we got a lot to talk about. We got some real talk. Okay, so every year, New Year's comes along and everybody sets these big, grandiose goals. This is going to be my year. And almost none of you motherfuckers ever accomplish your goals or even come close, right? And I want you to know it's not your fault, right? The reason that happens is because you don't know shit about success. We're going to fix that here today, all right? So when it comes to success, when it comes to succeeding, right? I'm going to break out the iPad. When it comes to succeeding, right? And it comes to accomplishing your goals, you might set this some big ass grandiose goal, right? Like say you want to be, I don't know, you want a million subscribers. I want to make $1 million. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a millionaire. Oh, you know what? Here's a good. You might say, hey man, I want to be a millionaire, right? Now, that's a big ass goal, right? The problem is with these big ass goals, it doesn't tell you what to do tomorrow, right? What do you do right now to accomplish your big ass goal, right? Because your big ass goal is what's called a lagging indicator. Let me write that a little more legible. Let me try one more time. Right? It's a lagging indicator, meaning you don't know what happened until it's over. For example, a good example of a lagging indicator would be my son's report card, right? Of course, he gets all A's. He's a son of King Keto. Of course, he's gonna get all A's, right? But the all A's, the A is a lagging indicator. A leading indicator would be him doing his homework every day, right? Him showing up to class every day, right? These are leading indicators, right? So a leading indicator is the actual process to accomplishing your big ass goals. Did I spell process right?
Yes.
Come on, man. Shout out to me. All right. Right. So it's the process to the big ass goals. Now, here's the thing. You guys set these big ass goals that you want to accomplish. Right. And if you are only looking, let's do it like this. You set these big ass goals that you want to accomplish. Right. But if you're only looking at where you are versus the big ass goal, you're going to be sad because you're so far away from that. You motherfuckers aren't even close. So you're going to be sad, right? However, you can be happy right now if you're looking at the leading indicators and it's showing that you're making progress, right? It's progress versus perfection, right? So a lot of people, we've all been there. You look at these big ass goals you have, you're like, oh, I'm so far away from it. And then you get fucking sad, right? If you focus on the process, you focus on the leading indicators, right? Then you can be like, oh, I'm making progress every day. You can be happy every day because you're on your way. Let me explain this. All right? Let me explain this in a little more detail, right? What you need to do, let me see if I can make these shapes. Hold on. I still ain't figured out this shape shit, man. All right, fuck this shit. I'm gonna draw it. All right, so right here is your big ass goal. Right? You gotta get in your bag, right? You gotta get in your bag. Big ass goal. Okay? The very first thing you need to do is to figure out what are the leading indicators. Right? What are the things that if done every day or consistently every week or whatever cadence they need to be accomplished at, what are the things that if done consistently would make actually accomplishing your big ass goal impossible for you to fail? For example, a good fitness one would be, let's say you're trying to lose weight. All right. Well, a leading indicator, hey, is this person burning more calories than he consumes every day? If so, guess what? We don't even have to look at the goal. We don't even have to think about the goal because he's doing the things every day. And we kind of just know if he keeps that up, there's no way he can fail. Does this make sense? I hope you guys are getting this, right? If a child is studying every day, not skipping school, paying attention to class, and turning in his homework every day, well, we can naturally assume that he's going to get good grades, right? Because we're looking at the leading indicators. Then the lagging indicators are just results, right? That's the problem. Lagging indicators are basically just results. They're just results of leading indicators, right? So we got to figure out what are the leading indicators and focus 100% on them. All right. Now, once you have that, it's critical that you are actually tracking them. Right? You want to make sure you're tracking them so you can actually look at the lagging. You can look at the leading indicators and see if you're actually performing them every day. So for my students who I teach how to build their online fitness business, we give them tracking sheets. And there's certain things that if they track, there's certain things that if they do them every day, right, we know they'll succeed in their online fitness business. It'd be impossible to fail. So we track it every day on their sheets. And they're supposed to just, little spreadsheets, nothing fancy, but I can see them. And my staff can see them. The coaches can see them. So when somebody's like, oh man, I didn't make no money. All you got to do is look at the sheets and be like, oh, no shit, asshole. You weren't doing the stuff. I could have looked at this shit last week and knew you wasn't going to make no money. I digress. And I do that shit for myself too. For example, I created this in like Notion. This was like the month of August last month. This is just like 1 month, right? And I put together a bunch of leading indicators for things that I wanted to accomplish. These aren't goals. These are the things that lead to my goals. For example, I have workout, right? AM meditation, PM meditation, track my macros, get 7 hours of sleep. Mint.com, don't worry about that. I just track all my finances. I track. Mint.com I go in there every day and I track my spending, right? Every transaction, I categorize it and make sure, looking at my net worth, baller shit, right? Flex pitch, don't worry about that. That's some secret I can't tell you about, but it's important to me. That's why there's a happy money sign next to it, right? It's something that will actually move the needle. Spanish practice, right? And then study. I have to study every day. Like, I read about 2 hours every day, read or study. That's why I'm so much smarter than you, right? And then I have to work on content every day. And then, time I spent with my girlfriend and then the date. Now, here's the thing. These are leading indicators for the goals that I want to accomplish. They're not the goal. I don't even have to think of the goal, right? And what I do is I have it in here every day. Boom. It's just a habit tracker. And then at the end of the month, okay, man, I did this shit 80. I worked out 87% of the days that month, right? Which makes sense, right? Because, you got to take some rest days, right? I did my AM meditation 96% of the days. The PM meditation, it slipped a few times, right? But I'm still doing it most days. That's why I'm so much calmer and cooler than you, right? Because I meditate. I track my macros every day. I did that 100% of the time. That's why I'm ripped as fuck, right? Oh, he's on steroids. He's doing this. He's doing that. Blah, 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 blah. I am on TRT. I'm 40. But there's a lot of people on TRT who don't look like me, right? It's this. Do they track their macros every fucking day? Meticulously? Fuck no. Right? Then how many hours of sleep I get? 7. I'm trying to get 7 hours of sleep. I did that most days. Boom. Right? I did my financial stuff at mint.com most days. Money's important to me. So 96% of the days. Come on. Right? The flex pitch. I can't tell you what that is. It's a secret thing, but it makes me a lot of money. So I'll make sure I do it. I did it 84% of the days. That's what's up. Here's where it gets crazy. Look at the Spanish, practicing Spanish. Right? So if you can look at the leading indicators and you can see how I don't have to tell you how well I speak Spanish. You can just look at the leading indicators. Right? And there's no one to blame but myself. Right? And then, do I study every day? Of course, I did that shit almost every day. Boom, working on content almost. If I work on the content almost every day, right? It's you shouldn't be surprised that I've put out so much content over the last few months, right? Spend time with my girlfriend, boom, average about 3.5 hours a day. You know what it is, man. Like, so these are leading indicators for bigger goals that I have, and I track them. This is why I know what's up. What I'm using, I use an app called Notion, right? But you could do this with a spreadsheet, with a Google spreadsheet. Like I've done this with Google spreadsheets in the past. Notion's just a little cleaner and cooler, and I use Notion for a lot of things, but it's not like better, right? Tracking, right? And then you have to you have to schedule it, and you put the things in your calendar, in your Google Calendar, and you plan out when you're going to do the things, when you're going to perform the leading indicators, right? This way you don't leave it to chance. It's not like, if I have time, if I get around to it, I'm going to try to do it. That's fucking stupid as hell if it's important to you, right? No. I'm not going to find time. I'm not going to try to find time like a dork. I'm going to make time in my calendar. I'm going to schedule it and make an appointment for myself and do it like a G, right? Right. So now that you schedule it in your calendar, if you schedule it in your calendar, like, because you have to what? You have to plan this stuff, right? Without people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan, right? And then what gets measured gets managed, right? So you have to measure it. You spell measure. I had dyslexia, guys. Don't make fun of me. That's me. Right? Okay, check this out. When you're in your calendar, you have the leading indicators and they're in your calendar, now you have a plan. When you have the leading indicators and you're tracking it, now you can measure it. You get what I'm saying? And once you're tracking it and it's in your calendar, right? Now you have control over your future, right? And then you get in your bag, your big ass goals. Next thing you know, you in your bag, right? And the beauty of it is, if you are following the process and looking at the leading indicators every day and tracking them, and they're in you're making sure they get done, you don't even have to look at the goal because you'll fucking know, right? You can look at this every day, right? I can look at any day. I'm sorry. You can look at this month and you can tell, oh yeah, this motherfucker's probably going to get ripped. He's tracking his macros. He's working out almost every day. He's meditating. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's sleeping 7 hours a night, almost every night. Boom. He's getting good sleep. He's getting good workout. He's tracking his finances. He's doing his business shit. He's studying, he's spending time with his girlfriend. It look like this motherfucker's about to have a good life. Like, I could just show you that and you could see, I can show you that and you can predict what my life is going to look like in the following months. Does this make sense? This way you don't leave shit up to chance anymore, right? You're tracking it. You got you're in control now. But if you just set a big ass goal, I want to be rich, right? It doesn't tell you what to do tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Are you guys getting this? Right? So set your big ass goal and then don't think about it anymore. Focus on figure out what the leading indicators are. Track them. You can use even if it's just a spreadsheet. Even if you are marking on the wall like a prisoner, whatever it is, put it in your calendar so you schedule it and you can't lose. All you have to do is look at the leading indicators every day. And here's the thing. One more thing. If you're looking at the big ass goal every day and that's all you're thinking about, you can fuck around and not be happy until you hit the goal. Let's say you do hit the goal, but it's like you feel like you're missing out or you're lacking or you're unfulfilled until you hit the goal. That's a problem. Here's the thing though. If you're looking at the leading indicators, then I can just look at every day. Boom. This random Tuesday, And I did almost everything on here. Or let's pick a day that I did everything. Boom. Sorry. Like this. Fuck. Whatever. Let's pick. All I have to do is look at today. Is make today a victory. Just check everything else on my list today. And if I get a row where all of them are checked off, then today is a victory. Right? And I can win today. And if you win every day in a week, now you've won the week. If you win every week in a month, you've won the month. If you win every month in the year, you've won the year. And if you win every year in your life, you win at life just like me. But you're going to need some discipline to accomplish that, right? And I have a video about discipline, and we'll put it somewhere around here so you guys can check out.
I'll tag it. I put it in the description.
You know, I do that so when you make the little videos, you can just put that in the corner. That's why I be saying that shit, but it sometimes get left out. I just want to be clear. I'm going to say it now so I don't forget, right? This makes sense, guys.
Brandon, they're asking how long in advance you typically plan your days, because you covered that with Google Calendar.
Yeah. I mean, as much in advance as possible, right? Like, why? As much in advance as you can predict. You know, as you can reasonably predict.
Because you typically put them on repeat.
Yeah, I put stuff on repeat, right? So I got next month is planned out for the most part, but it's subject to change, right? It's like we have the thing on Friday that we can't tell anybody about. So that's going to move some things around, and that's fine, right? I'll move stuff around, but I'll move it around. I won't cancel it, right? Because I still got to make sure I hit the shit on my list every day. Like the one for this month looks different than the one for like the current month we in looks different than August from last year, because I don't want y'all to know what my new goals are. That's why I showed you some old shit.
It's also very interesting. So many in comments are asking about Notion, the app.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe we should talk about it and like how you can.
Maybe we'll do write it in. Maybe I'll do, because I definitely use it a lot. Yeah. You know, not just for this. I use it for a lot of
because
things.
I'm reading in the comments like everyone is curious about it.
I got really into Notion over the last year. I got like really into it, man. And at first it was overwhelming. But then I watched, there's enough nerds who made videos about it to help me understand it. And I just started fucking around with it. Now I like it a lot. You want to see some crazy shit? Don't show my shit yet. Hey, yo, babe, can I show them our restaurant shit? Is that cool?
Yeah, she said yeah.
She said yeah? All right, bet. Hold on, let me find this shit first. This is like kind of insane, but it's kind of cool at the same time. All right, so me and my girl, we go to a lot of restaurants. We ballers, right? And fuck. All right, so check this shit out. Hold on, don't show it yet. Take it off, because I gotta figure something out. Okay, here we go. Boom, show it now. So like every time, this is kind of new, but every time we go to a restaurant, we categorize it. Like, boom, what city? What we categorize it by city. Boom. We started this since we've been in Miami, right? And then we like what neighborhood it's in, like what hood it's in, what type of food it is. You know what I'm saying? Do they serve breakfast, lunch, dinner? Boom. Then we rated it. We rated them. You know what I'm saying? By how much we liked them. Then we rated them by price. Then like attire. Do you need reservations? Is it the music good? Do they have hookah? She's Dominican. That's why, you know. What? The motherfuckers is born with a hookah.
Brandon likes hookah also.
What? Yeah, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Un poquito, mi amor. So when people ask us about what restaurants we should go to, man, we just pull up this fucking database we made in Notion. Like, yo, what kind of shit you looking for, though? What you want, Mexican food, Japanese food? I can make like different tables. Right, check this out. I'll put it in board.
You can sell this data later.
Yeah.
Like to an app or something.
You know, I don't feel like making no shit right now. I'll do it later. But like, yeah, I got it separated right here by like cities. So we got to work on the New York thing. It's still a work in progress right now. It's just Miami based. But you know, by the end of this year, this is going to be like a comprehensive database. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If anybody wants to ask, you know, anytime people are like, man, what restaurant should I go to? I'm like, what you looking for, man? What kind of shit you looking for, man? How much you trying to spend? Like, what kind of food you want? You want something dressy, casual, right? You want good, what kind of music you want, man? You want some hookah or nah? If they Dominican, I don't have to ask. We already know what they want. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know, little shit like that. You can do all types of shit with Notion. You know what I'm saying? What are any questions, anything I need to address?
They're just curious on the name of the app.
Oh yeah, it's called Notion.
I'll put the link to it in the description.
It's a free version, you know. I do a lot of cool shit with this. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I'm gonna add the link to the website in the description if you want to check it out.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Someone asked, how can we create one of those templates from scratch?
Yo, you can do it in Notion. They have like habit trackers, like templates that they have, or you can really just do this in Google Sheets, like Google Docs, like we've done, not Google Sheets, but Google, is it Sheets? Just Google Docs, yeah, because
Google Sheets, yeah, the Excel one.
Yeah, because we give our students like a Google Sheet, and what's cool about that is it's shared sheets, so like their coaches can see it, and we can see it too, and it's similar, but this one is just for me. Keep myself accountable, and I can yell at myself when something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? And in my new one, I couldn't show you the new one because like now I got more shit in there. It's like a lot more comprehensive than that one. I got more leading indicators in there. All right. Well, yeah, does that make sense though? Like I really want you guys to understand that you can't focus on the big ass goal. You got to focus on the things that lead to that goal and focus all your energy on that. Really focus on that each day. All you got to worry. And then once you do that, the beauty is all you got to do is win today. Right? All you got to do is win today. And if you win today, you know, do it the next day. Right? If you win the whole week, then you'll have the data to see. Right? And if you just do that, or if you pick the right indicators, then you don't even have to look at the goal. Right? That's real important, man. If you want to get in your bag, get in your bag. All right. I really think that looking at your big ass goal is overrated, and looking at the leading indicators is underrated. Like the process is underrated. But there's a lot of things that are overrated and a lot of things that are underrated. And in fact, we have a whole segment about that. It's called Overrated, Underrated. I mean, them beats is hard, man. Beats is hard. All right. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about, you know, being an entrepreneurship, right? Guys like me selling, you got to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur, right? And they, some guys, that's like all they talk about. People act as if being an entrepreneur and having your own business is the only way to build wealth. And it's not, right? I really think actually being an entrepreneur is a little bit overrated. Let me explain. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own business, and I have a business teaching people how to start their own fitness business. And I'm still telling you against my self-interest that it's a little bit overrated and it's not for everyone, right? Because let's say you got a guy, he owns a biz, right? Now, you got this guy, he started his business because he wanted a bunch of money, right? But here's the thing. Now, now he has to actually, at some point, if it gets big enough, he has to hire people. He's got employees, right? And here's the thing about having employees. It's like having a bunch of children. Not you, man. You're cool. You're cool, Nima. I'm talking about the other ones, you know. And if one of them has a problem, that's fucking your problem. You got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get sick, die, someone in their family dies. That's your problem now. So every one of their problems is your problem. Oh, it doesn't seem as cool anymore, does it? No, it's because it's not. And then all the customers, right? It's cool if they have a problem, and the customer's not always right, man. It's a lot of times the customer's a dumbass, right? They start bitching and moaning. That's your problem. These motherfuckers are gonna go, the employees, they're gonna go home and not think about this shit. You gotta think about it all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh, it's not as cool anymore, is it? and then you have all the overhead. Like you have to pay for shit. Like you have to pay for shit. Like all the expenses. Like you think the money's just gonna come to you, but really you're gonna have to put money out. Right? It costs to be the boss. This is what it costs to be the boss. You got to pay to play. Right? So there was years early on in my entrepreneur journey where, you know, I wasn't as smart or as good with money as I am now. And there were years where like I had to pay for everything, pay overhead, and I didn't pay myself, but I did pay the employees. Like they, no matter what's happening, these people are going to eat. You still got to pay them, right? Just because the business is not profitable, you still got to pay them. You know what it's like to have a business and you're working harder than everyone and you have to pay them and you don't get paid? You know, that's like, it's a mind fuck, right? It's a fucking mind fuck, right? However, there's an upside too. I'm not saying it's all bad, right? Because you also have, but you also have like risk. Like you have to take all the risk. I don't know how to draw risk, so I'm just you're just holding it. The employees, the customers, they don't take any of the risk, right? However, the potential to make money is higher. But at the same time, 80% of businesses fail. 80% of businesses fail. So when I talk about risk, that's what I'm talking about. You're taking all the risks. The employees can just go get another job. No big deal. All right? 80% of businesses fail. Would you buy a car? Let's say there was a brand of cars. I don't want to get sued by a car company. Let's call them Preshans. Let's say it's a brand of car called Preshans, but 80% of them exploded spontaneously on the road. Would you buy that? Right? Would you buy any product that had an 80% failure rate? No. But that is entrepreneurship. 80% failure rate. All right? But no risk it, no biscuit, right? However, let's say you got a job. You got a jobby job. Right? So my boy Brian, y'all know white boy Brian. That's his name. Right? That's his name. It's racist. No. That's his name. That's what everyone calls him, white boy Brian. I didn't give it to him, I don't think. All right. Brian, he just works here. It's not his business. He don't take none of the risks. None of the risks. No employees. And last year, I paid him about $300,000. No risk, no employees, right? And check this out. He still has his own things on. He still has like his little side hustles, right? Right? He still has mad investments. He is the cheapest person I ever met in life. Like he's making like $300,000 a year, and his rent, like he's still living in the hood on purpose, in the hood in Harlem, like 145th and Broadway, in the hood in like a rent controlled crib. And he takes all that money and stacks it in investments. So over the last few years, he's been putting like 80-90% of his money in investments. And even though he made 300, what's up? Oh, yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I get it. He lives in Harlem. And I don't think that was the exact right address anyway. But yeah, you're right. But anyway, he over the last few years, he's been putting like 80-90% of his money in investments. Boom. This year, he's going to make more money in investments. No, last year he did too. The last 2 years, he made more money from his investments than he even did from his job paying $300K a year, right? Motherfucker's like a millionaire just working a job. Now, it's a high-paying job at a fantastic company with an amazing boss, right? Incredible, right? I'm just saying, like, if you can get something like this, if you can get a high-paying job and then you invest your money in investments, you know, like, bro, he doesn't have to take none of the risk, none of the headache. He doesn't have to deal with any employees. He doesn't deal with any customers. Once he does sales for us, he's head of the sales team. Once he makes the sale, it's over. He doesn't have to fucking talk to these people ever again. Unless he does because he cares and shit, right? But the coaches handle that. Like we have to handle that, right? As a business owner, you have to worry about the marketing, right? The marketing of the product or service, sales of the product or service, and fulfillment. Right? You have to worry about every part of the business. An employee just has to worry about his part of the business. Right? So I think it's not for everyone. And not everybody has the risk tolerance, right? I don't want to understate how big of a deal this is. This shit is not for everybody. This shit is not for everybody. Right? And I'm not saying it's not for Brian. Like, he's definitely got the temperament to do it. It's just you know, he's in a real good position. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. And he's got an amazing boss, just amazing boss, incredible, right? But not everybody can stomach this or this. Like those years that I didn't pay myself, but I paid the staff. I don't think everyone can do that. Because here's the thing about leadership. Think about when you see birds and they fly in that V formation. Why do they do that? Because it's more aerodynamic, right? It's easier for the birds at the bottom because the birds at the top, the bird in the front, the leader, they can follow his they when they follow him, it's easier to go down his
Path.
His path. Yeah, when they go down his path, it's more aerodynamic and it's easier for the birds that follow him, right? But the leader is doing all of the fucking hard work, right? So when people think, yo, I'm gonna be a boss, I'm a motherfucking boss, right? Like Rick Ross shit, they got it wrong. The truth is, you work for them. You work for the people you lead, right? They are your responsibility. They decided to attach themselves to your ship, and it's your job as captain to make sure that they get what they need out of it. So it's my job to make sure that Brian gets a bunch of money. And you know, he joined, you know, the investments. He joined. He fucks with me and Romulus and all them. Join the Discord if you want to learn more about like the investment side, because he's making more off this. It's my job to make sure that he actually learned how to invest. That's why I introduced him to Romulus and everyone else, and we be getting it like that. Because these people, I work for them. They don't work for me. Like on paper, they work for me, right? But I look at it like I work for them. It keeps me up at night, right? These people have families, children, right? They have hopes and dreams, and it's my job as the business owner to make sure they accomplish that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, and if you get like good employees, and if you don't have that attitude, they're gonna leave. And there's a few things wrong with that, right? If you get good employees and they leave, that slows you down because you gotta like hire new people, train them, and you lose speed. But if you keep retention, right? If you can retain your employees for a long period of time, then you can move faster, right? And the customer, right? Yeah, like it's my job to make sure that their the product and services that they buy from us are amazing, and then make sure that they're happy, right? And that can be a lot of stress, and not everybody's cut out for that stress. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that everyone talks about that. Talks about, the downsides and the risks. Now, the upside is if the business is successful, you can make a shitload of money, and you can do really, really well. But you only get what's left over. You know what I'm saying? Like after you pay expenses, after you pay the staff, after you do all the overhead and then reinvest everything you need to in growth, you only get what's after that. And it might be nothing. You know what I'm saying? It might be nothing. And you got to be okay with that. So you got to really think, do you have the temperament to accomplish that? If not, a good strategy, man, is to get a good job, spend less than you make, and invest the rest, right? Or get fucking multiple jobs. Honestly, when I started, y'all know my story, I had 4 jobs when I first started my business, right? Now, I decided to start a business, but I don't know. If I knew what I know now, maybe I would just invest that money, back then. I don't know. I'm not sure. I probably do. I love what I do. I do enjoy what I do. Right? But you could just get a job, get good at it, or get multiple jobs, spend less than you make, and invest the difference, and you're pretty much guaranteed to do well over, a decade or two. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very low risk strategy. This is a way higher risk strategy, but the potential rewards are higher. Not everybody has this kind of temperament. And I just don't want you to think that you have to be a millionaire. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think that you have to be an entrepreneur to make money or to be a millionaire, right? I know millionaires who just have a job. It's a good paying job. And they invested the rest. Now, if you can't get a new paying job, if you can't get a good paying job, then this is probably your only hope. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to get rich, it's probably your only hope. And, but anybody can get a good paying sales job if you get good at sales. I think sales is the best job because it's like sales is like somewhere in the middle, right? It's not as much risk as starting your own business, but you only get paid by commission. So somewhere it's like you get security having a job, right? But you can get, there are months when Brian makes more than me, where I pay Brian more than I pay myself, just because we got overhead, or I'm investing in some other shit, or who knows, right? There's months where I pay Brian more than me, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, as long as we all winning. I'm not trying to make my pie bigger than anyone else's. I'm not trying to make my slice of the pie bigger than anyone else's. I'm just trying to make the whole fucking pie bigger. That's my job as the leader. And make sure everybody's slice is big, even if it's a smaller percentage. All right? Hope that makes sense. You guys getting that? Commissioned jobs aren't for the weak. No, that's for real. That's why it's somewhere in between. Commissions, like if you work on commission, it's somewhere in between entrepreneurship and having a job. I think having a sales job is like one of the best things in the world. Like I remember there was times when maybe like 2017 and we were having like some struggles with certain things in business, and you know, the stress was getting to me a little bit, and I used to fantasize about just quitting this shit and selling Nissans somewhere, selling used Nissans on Queens Boulevard. I was like, man, I won't even have to think about these cars once they drive off the lot. I don't have to do none of the advertising. I don't have to learn fucking Facebook ads. I don't have to market. I just show up to work. When a motherfucker comes in, Nissan shopping, I just sell it to him. Get that commission, get the fuck out, and then go home. Right? But if it's your business, you got to do the marketing, and you got to be in charge of the sales, and you have to be in charge of the fulfillment. You got to do everything. It's a lot, bro. Mm-hmm. Any question? Anything I need to address?
We have a super chat.
Oh, what's up, man? What they talking about?
They didn't say absolutely nothing.
How you say his name?
Just sent money.
How you say his name?
Dragon?
How you say his name?
Flaming Dragon.
Oh, Flaming Dragon. But what did it say before that, though?
Flaming Dragon.
No, there's something before the parentheses.
Flaming Dragon it is.
All right, cool.
Efosa Osunde.
Oh, that's how you say Flaming Dragon in Spanish?
That's not Spanish.
I was testing you. He had nothing to say. He just gave some money, $1.51.
Yes, he did.
Yo, shout out to Flame. Yo, classic Flaming Dragon. Classic Flaming Dragon. $1.50. This is a strange denomination, you know?
We got
No
more.
IQ detector. Off topic, but can you speak on your meditation practices? Are you into the guided meditations? How long each day do you meditate? Great work, BBC.
So, one of the things that's helped me the most in life, especially as it pertains to entrepreneurship, is meditation, right? Because what meditation does for you is it allows you to become more calm over time, right? So you learn to respond instead of reacting. When I see people panicking over little shit all the time, or flipping out, or going crazy, oh, my flight's delayed, or I'm in traffic, or it's raining, like fucking children, I'm like, oh yeah, these people don't meditate. Meanwhile, I'm like super non-reactive, cool as a fan. I'm like James Bond on vacation. You know what I'm saying? And I attribute that 100% to the meditation. And that's the reason the way that helps you in business is you're going to have a lot of ups and downs, right? 80% of businesses fail. This is a risky game, right? 80% of businesses fail. So if you're starting a business, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you, right? You're going to make a lot of decisions, high stakes decisions, especially once you get employees. Right now, every decision I make, 30 people's lives are affected by the decision I make. And if you count the customers, hundreds of customers. Thousands of customers. My decisions affect thousands of customers, right? And these are high stake decisions, right? The bigger you get. So for me, meditation, this helps me stay calm and cool, and I can respond instead of react, right? Your ability to manage stress will determine how high your ability to manage stress will determine how much you accomplish in life. Make no mistake, right? When I see people flipping out over little shit or spazzing out in the car, I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, there's no way this guy can run a fucking 7-figure business. Like, there's no fucking way. Right? If this little shit right here is causing him to panic, there's fucking no way he can like make the kind of decisions I have to make every day, And you really need that. And plus it just makes you cooler, right? Like the guy who's fucking spazzing out and panicking all the time is a fucking spaz, is a weirdo, man. Don't nobody want to be around that guy. Women aren't attracted to the guy who's like can't control his temper, can't control his fucking emotions. You want to be steady. Like James Bond on vacation or me. Right? And if you read the homie Ray Dalio's, not this book, but his other book called Principles, he says that it's one of the most important things he's ever done in his life. It's one of the biggest reasons he's been able to build the largest hedge fund in human history and become one of the richest men in the world. He says over and over again, there's no way he would have done it if he didn't meditate. So how do I do it? Right? Well, I read a book a while ago called Stress Less, Accomplish More. And I think it's the best book on meditation. I actually have a video with the author, and maybe we'll find it and we can post it somewhere around here. Emily Fletcher, who became kind of my meditation mentor. Because before that, I was meditating. I had meditated for 10 years before I read that book. But once I read it, I felt like I understood it better. And I never seen someone explain it as well as she can. All right. And I feel like my meditation practice improved. Now, your results may vary because I was introduced to that book by a girl, and this girl is batshit crazy. Like, she's insane. So either it didn't work for her or she was just way fucking crazier before. I don't know. I don't know, but it worked really well for me, and it's got like 5-star reviews on Amazon. Stress Less, Accomplish More. The main thing I do is I just focus on my breath. Really, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I focus on my breath for 20 minutes. And if my mind wanders, I bring it back to my breath. And the way Emily explains it is more complex than that, but that's the simplest way to do it. I do that for 20 minutes. I sit still, focus on my breath. I don't use no apps. You don't need that shit. You know, that's, you know, you don't need that shit. It might help a lot of you because your attention spans are trash, right? So it might help you to have headspace or calm. And I feel like that's a good entry point. But I can just meditate with nothing. A lot of times I'll just listen to white noise, like white noise in my headphones just to try to block out what's going on. But if I don't have that, that's cool too, right? I can meditate with no headphones and music playing. I mean, I've done it in Ubers with like music playing and stuff. Like, but I'm more focused than you are probably. So starting with an app is a good place to start if you need to, but you don't need that. White noise is all I need, right? Check out that video I have with Emily. In that video is also Ben Bukowski, one of the top bodybuilders of all time. He explains how meditation actually helps you build muscle, right? And then also in that video, one of my mentors, Matt Galan, he runs a 8-figure business, and he talks about how meditation kind of helps him in business too, right? He's the calmest motherfucker I ever met. Like, you just feel calmer around him, but he's meditated way longer than me and for way more extensive periods, right? So you want to check that out.
We have Rage.
Rage Reebok?
I think it's Rabbit.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
All right.
How was your dating life the time you had 4 jobs for 2 years? Were you still able to manage it, or you paused having conversations? I'm sure that's what he meant.
Listen, man. If you got to have fucking 4 jobs, you can't be out here thinking about hoes. You got to get this money, man. Listen, you broke motherfuckers out here dating and having fun confuse me. When I was younger, it used to disgust me. But as I become more mature, I'm just confused. I'm like, how do you guys think about anything but getting rich? Like, how you guys think about anything getting rich? If you fucking broke, okay, listen to me. You broke. You get a girl. If she'll fuck your broke ass, she'll fuck anybody. Now you competing with Uber drivers. the fresh direct, nigga. You know what I'm saying? the nigga grab bagging groceries. It's your competition now. You competing with everybody, right? But if you level up, now it's like you level up. There's less people on your level to compete with. Because if she'll fuck your broke ass, bitch will fuck anyone. I'll tell you what, I don't want to fuck the bitches that will fuck your broke ass. Ugh. I mean, I got a girlfriend. I don't want to fuck no bitches. I don't even want to see no bitches. No más chicas. No más chicas. But if you out here, if she fucking your broke ass, she'll fuck anybody. Bitch probably got low self-esteem. Ugly. Right? Probably ugly. Let's be real. Like if you broke, you can probably you might get lucky and fuck a 7, but you ain't ever fucking the 9s and 10s, man. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
You have a video on this.
Yeah, we got a video on this, man. If you broke, you only gonna fuck bitches that fuck broke dudes. Gross. Focus on getting the money, man, and level up everything. Once you get the money, everything will be better. The places you live will be better. The car you drive will be better. The food you eat will be better. The women you date will be better. But more importantly, the house your parents live in will be better. The schools you can send your kids to will be better. Right? You got to get this money. Everything else is a distraction. Everything else is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? You got to get this money. Yeah. Oh, it's Romulus. Speaking of getting this money, my man Romulus here. It's time for a market up recap. Let's go. Market update. Let's go.
There's
Yo,
little money coming from this neck of the woods, Brandon. That's for sure.
come on, man. Let's go, Romulus. What's up, man? Shout out to you. Those of y'all don't know, man, Romulus used to work for a hedge fund. Now he's an expert trader. He helps us in the Victory Unit get this money, and he's been my trading mentor for a long time. And
Yeah,
helped me make a lot of cash,
time
man.
keeps ticking on. There's people, we call them Centurions. We call them Victory Unit members here.
Yeah.
And they just keep improving, getting better, doing bigger and crazier and awesome things. And you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people who say, well, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. And they don't do it.
Right.
Or you know what I was thinking about this morning? Tell me if this resonates with anybody out there. There's a disconnect. There's a lack of cohesion between what you think you are and what you do. Your actions and your thoughts are not cohesive. They are not following the same path. Like somebody says, well, I'm someone who gets up early and goes to the gym, starts eating right, making my phone calls, interacting with my team, getting organized, doing the tough jobs to get things done. But then you're out drinking half the night, eating like a slob.
You know, man.
Workout. So what we have here is you've turned. Is anyone listening tonight that would stand up, raise their hand, and say, "Yes, that's me. I'm a hypocrite." Of course not. You're not going to say that out loud because you don't want to admit it to yourself. But if that's what you do, if your actions and your thoughts of yourself do not line up, then what else can I call you?
Come on, man. It's like if you say you're an astronaut, if you say you're an astronaut, but you don't go to space, man, you lying.
I mean,
Bullshit,
so what else?
right?
What else
You
am I
know?
calling you if you say to me, "Yes, I'm this person." Okay,
Yeah.
I'm the person that gets like for years. I used to have a nickname, and it was GSD. They said it stood for "Get Shit Done."
Get shit done.
Get shit done. It just gets shit done.
Yeah.
So if I'm that person living up to that nickname, then I know I have to do certain things in order to get shit done.
Get
I
shit
need
done.
to conduct myself a certain way. I need to think a certain way. I need to behave and believe in certain things. Okay. But my beliefs and my actions do not contradict each other. And if I'm someone who says I want to get rich and I want to get that money so I can improve my life, then I've got to stop contradicting myself.
Come
I
on.
need to do what? I need to take action. I need to take action.
Action,
because these
baby.
markets are giving us opportunities
Come on, man.
like never. Listen to me. We have a situation today.
Oh, listen, show your chart. Show your chart. Let us know, man. Show us what's up, man.
All right,
Show
so
us the chart, John.
settings. What happened here? No, present. That's the one I want. Present. That's right.
Yeah.
Present myself. Share screen. Here we go. All right, that's the one. And I think you got to push a button on your end. That typically happens.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. So look,
Ooh.
I know this is a little something here. Morgan Stanley went up 6%. Goldman Sachs dropped 6%.
On
Trader
earnings.
out there, they just sold one stock and bought another. You know, for years, I used to see this all the time. You remember the big YouTube day trading favorite AMD? I'm sure you were involved or you get. So there was a long time where everyone bought this stock, and every dollar that came into this one came out of Intel. It was really funny. It was like dollar for dollar. We'll get into more of that in a moment. Little kind of things, but that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is this rare and huge opportunity that is being presented to us. And I mean, anyone who's watching this, anyone who's listening to this in all corners of the world, and that's where we're getting our audience from, all corners of the world, people that want to improve themselves. We have an opportunity to participate in markets in a way that has never been seen before in history. Do you think someone 200 years ago, hell, someone even just 20 years ago that's trying to be an up-and-comer would have a chance to plug into the global financial markets and trade all kinds of stuff?
Nah, you couldn't do this when I was a kid. When I was in college, like
No
E-Trade had just came out, and they was charging per trade. And
Yeah. Hell, charging per trade. When I started on Wall Street in 1994, we used to charge $500 a trade. Now I get people to come up to me and say, look, I want to make it. I want to gum up. I want to rise up in the world, but I can only put $500. Great. Call Robinhood, put your $500 in the account and start growing it. At least you're taking some action. Those actions at least line up with the beliefs that now line up with who you think you are. And that's beautiful. That's something I praise. That's something that I applaud. Okay, but if you're contradicting yourself, that's ridiculous, because today, 2023, we have opportunities that are literally unprecedented. Like never seen before in history. There's no commissions anymore to buy and sell stocks.
yeah,
There are people in the hinterlands of Africa, in the slums of India, in the barrios of Brazil that are buying smartphone devices, and they can open accounts and they can trade. And some of them are.
Speaking of which, wait a minute, man. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, man, but
Sure.
you see what I see on the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we might take that tomorrow. We'll see, right?
yeah.
Like,
Like,
I
you
got to
know,
check about that. When we get into individual stock trading, individual security selection, there's a little more work that's got to get done behind the scenes. And I'll do that tomorrow morning. Of course, you'll receive the report. Because why? Because you're a centurion. You're someone who woke up. I don't know what day it was. I don't know what month it was. I don't know exactly what year it was. But I think it was about 13, 14, 15 years ago where you woke up and said, fuck that. This is me now. And now your beliefs, thoughts, and actions all lined up together. And here you are. Here you are.
man.
So now you're looking at this stock and you're seeing an opportunity.
I see it, man. But I want to run past you first.
No, we'll get it. We'll do a little look at it tomorrow morning. Sure. Absolutely. We'll take care of that. And kind of what he's looking at here is there's a really overbought situation. Stock's been going up a whole bunch. While it might be up 6 months from now or 12 months from now, in about 12 days from now or less, the probabilities are now rising that the stock at least takes some kind of a break. We talked to you about this a couple weeks ago about Target, and that one slammed right back down. And that was a real nice little play that we showed everybody just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago. So the trade, and that's what I mean about the opportunities that are out there. They're all over the world. They're coming to us from every single angle. Yes, join up a team like the Victory Unit to help you discern one from another, help you learn about these opportunities that Brandon just so astutely pointed out to everybody. But get involved. Come into Discord, do it ASAP, start learning. You know, Brandon and I—
Discord is free.
Yeah, it's free. And also, speaking of free, by the way, we have a free webinar 2 nights from now, right?
Yeah, we're doing a free training on like trading stocks. Me, you, and the homie Greg.
Yep.
And Greg just, come on, man. He just posted. So we
we're
got
doing
that.
It's coming up this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come join us. We've done a couple of them, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Obviously, I can't teach you 28 years of stuff in 2 hours. I mean, don't be silly.
Yeah,
Right?
me and Greg were working on it today. Some of the we were working on a webinar today.
I have been training both of them, Brandon. I've been training you, and I've been training Greg for almost 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And the differences in what you guys are able to do, how you can execute. Again, finding this little trade like this, Robin, we just popped up a quick chart. His eyes immediately start to focus in on an opportunity, and boom, he says, okay, I could see a way that we can make money on that over the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's that
I
simple.
can see it real good.
It's that simple. Okay? Now, I get a lot of questions all the time, Brandon, not to get too into the weeds and the details here, but I get a lot of questions, people posting comments about, okay, it's this pattern or it's that pattern. What I'm doing here is utilizing trading history. Why am I doing that? Because trading is a reflection of people and their money. And people,
Human psychology.
Yeah, it's psychology. People are creatures of habit. They form patterns. When was the last time anyone listening or watching this podcast right now did something so utterly different when it comes to what you eat, what you wear, who you talk to? No, you have patterns. 80% of all your actions are the same.
Yeah,
You work the same
creatures
way.
of habits.
You wear the same 20 pair of clothes. You eat the same 10 different kinds of foods. And I'm not saying that's good, bad, or indifferent. That's just human nature. Well, guess what? It shows up in the charts as well, okay, all the time. So we identify these patterns, and these are some of the things we'll talk more about Thursday. These are things we talk about all the time in the Discord Victory Unit, all the time with the Centurion Legion. Every day we talk about these issues. We identify these patterns. We turn them to our trading and investing advantage, because people, they're creatures of habit. They repeat their activities, and those repeatable activities show up in the stock market.
Yeah, man.
All the time. So we
What do you think is happening? Can you show us what you think is happening with the overall market with SPY?
Yeah. So hold on, that's not the right chart here. Let's pull that right on up here. And again, thrilled to be here with everybody, by the way. So
Yeah, man.
there's here's the S&P 500. This is the most important of the major indexes. It's, if you can't look at anything else, if you can't analyze anything else, if you can't stop and look at and think about anything else, at least just do this. And that'll go a long way to helping you out. Okay.
I look at this every day. Like I look at this. I look at this chart every day.
And it doesn't take much time, does it?
Yeah,
I mean, a few
no.
minutes a day, and you're ready to go do other great things in life. The reason I pulled up this chart of basic materials, okay, it has a similar look, but it's more advanced than the S&P. The question and the concern right now is, as the prices have gone higher, there's a little bit of an issue with what's going on under the surface, under the hood, in the closet, under the carpet, however you want to describe it, with the inside of the patient. You remember our conversation about that a long time ago. That's what's happening right now inside of some of these sectors, which then will start to demonstrate itself a little bit in the S&P 500. So we want to be a little bit careful right now. The market, and I'll show you this. You see these lines in the bottom portion of the screen, the red line and the blue line. You see how they're way up a couple of days ago? Okay, that means they're ready for some kind of a break. We'll see. If this break then leads to something more serious, I mean, we're positioned for that already and we'll make money. If it's just a temporary pause in what might turn out to be a longer term uptrend, well, we can position for that correctly as well. 2021, we kicked ass, made money, bull market year. 2022, we kicked ass, made money, bear market year. We make money regardless of market direction. Okay. Those are the kind of things that you will learn as a Legion member with us in the Victory Unit. Okay. So again, it's a time, and I look at these two stocks. Let's get back to that, into the details. And this is kind of exemplary of what.
Yeah. So what happened with what's that? I can't see it from here.
That's Morgan Stanley.
Morgan Stanley. Yeah. What happened? What happened with Morgan Stanley today?
They had an earnings beat, so the stock went up 6%. Now look at this. Goldman Sachs had an earnings miss.
Oof.
They're basically the same. They're in the same industry. They're in the same business. They're right down the street from each other in New York City. One went up 6%. The other went down 6%.
Look at the volume on that.
Both of them. I mean, look at both volumes. Okay. So the Dow Jones today had the worst pullback of all the major indexes. Why is that? Because Goldman Sachs is a member of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it is not a member of the NASDAQ, which went up just a little bit today, not much, a little bit. And Morgan Stanley is not a member of the Dow. So it didn't have a positive, it wasn't able to cross it off, so to speak. Okay. But again, breakout. So what I expect to see happening over the next 3 to 4 weeks, earnings are coming out across the board. You're going to see earnings from Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Meta and Tesla and all these different major companies out there. They're all starting to come out. Started last Friday with JP Morgan and Bank of America. The banks will be done here probably by tomorrow, then a few days off, and then the big techs start rolling in, and everyone's going to be watching those closely. Okay, but we're going to see a mixed bag. I mean, some of these are going to be the Morgan Stanleys, and they're going to go up. Some of these are going to be the Goldman Sachs, and they're going to go down. And in the end, where are you, Mr. and Mrs. Trader? What are you looking at? Well, you're looking at a situation where this is why you got to join the Victory Unit Discord. Start learning how to navigate these shark-infested waters and fight this battle to win this war. And
especially during earning seasons. Like if you don't know what you're doing during earning season, you can really like lose a lot of money, right?
You can make and lose a lot of money, right? So we tend to move through earnings season with just calm class and easy trading. We make money consistently. We don't try for the home runs. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, you'll make money one day and lose a whole bunch the next. We like to just put consistent returns on the board, steady all the way, and we just keep building on top of building on top of building. Now, we have a situation again, earnings season coming out here. So join the Victory Unit, and I'm asking you to do one thing after you do that, to stop and assess your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. Do they line up, or do they contradict? Because if they contradict, that means you're a hypocrite, and you're not, are you? You're not.
Come on, man.
You're not a hypocrite. You're not. You're better than that. Everybody listening, everybody watching, this is better than that. I know it. And then Thursday night, we have a special webinar. That's right. It's free.
It's free.
It's a couple of hours. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to be encouraged. You're going to figure out how you can stop the contradiction nature. If it is you, you can get all these things lined up to get that money. Why is money important? Well, Brandon's been talking to you about that for a while. Okay?
Yeah, man.
It leads to a better life.
Yeah.
I wasn't always sitting here in the financial positive position that I'm in right now. Neither was Brandon. Neither was Greg. All of us come from financial strap backgrounds from way back. Okay. We had to climb out of this ourselves. We can show you how to do that. And we do it. I do it through trading and investing. That's how I do it. Other people do it. You know, Brandon does it through trading and investing. Plus, he's got an awesome health and fitness and wellness and longevity business that has been fantastic for many, many years.
Yeah.
But this is how I do it. I do it. I've been doing this since 1994. Do you think
the Clinton administration?
Do you think really that in the past 28 years I haven't seen everything and anything the market could potentially throw at you?
Yo, and that's why I trust you, man. Like I don't listen to these YouTubers. I don't watch CNBC. I just like, yo, what's Romulus got to say? And then ever since I've been doing that, I've been making more money. That's why I'm really glad that you're able to come out here on Victory Talk, man, and help lead us, brother.
Because really, we're trying to get ahead here. I know that it was almost 3 years ago whenever the world shut down because of COVID. And then the money starts flooding into the financial systems from all different sources, from the Federal Reserve, from governments, from all different areas. And there was a lot of trading going on. People were home. They were locked up. They said, well, what am I going to do? I can't work, but I'm getting paid. Well, I'll trade. This was big. I mean, we all know this. And so a lot of people came on YouTube and started saying, well, check my stuff out. I can help you do this thing you want to do, which is trade. And then a bunch of knuckleheads and morons and idiots got on there that don't have a clue what they're doing. They made money for about 1.5 years. They made money because why? Not because they were smart, not because they knew the markets, but the market was going up. They were trading on Robinhood, and they were following Kathy Wood, and they were buying Tesla. What's going on? And now that's led them to rack and ruin. Okay? Rack and ruin. Yeah, Bitcoin might be back above 21,000, but if you were trading it all last 3 years, that means you bought it at 25,000 or higher. You're still down.
Come on, man. We got to show them the right way, man. But listen, Romulus, thank you so much, man. We're going to see you on Tuesday. Thursday. I mean, what is Thursday? Is this free class? Thursday,
7 o'clock. Join us, please.
Come on, man.
Getting everything straight and get rid of that hypocrisy from within your nature. This is Romulus.
Let's get it. And join the Victory Unit. Romulus is in there every day helping you guys get that money, man. So thank you so much, brother.
See you soon.
Guys, join the Victory Unit. Join us on Thursday, right? I mean, we just need to help you get this money, man. You know what I'm saying? Get this money. Remember, Victory Talk and the Victory Unit Discord is about money, muscle, and mindset. Now, on this podcast, I haven't been talking as much about my muscle, right? But I bought some shit off Amazon recently that's helped me get ripped. Have y'all seen how ripped I am? It's incredible. For a middle-aged man to look like a goddamn action hero. Let me show you how, man. Cool shit I bought on Amazon. Yo, when you do the whoever does the fucking the things in this, the timestamps, they can't say shit.
You got it.
Ish. All right. I want to tell y'all some shit that has helped me get ripped. All right. This year I've been getting more ripped. This year, I think I've been in the best shape of my life over the last few months. Yeah. A lot of it has to do with the TRT. But there's a lot of people who take that stuff who aren't in amazing shape. In fact, that's more common than not, right? It's because I've been really pushing it. And I have some products that I've bought off Amazon that have helped me with that, all right? The first one, Apple Watch Ultra. Apple Watch Ultra. Now, I know you guys see me with Rolexes and APs, and you know my other AP is full of diamonds. I look like a rapper or a drug dealer. Look like a rapper or a drug, and and you know, I love these watches, right? I love these Swiss-made timepieces. However, the Apple Watch does some little kind of special, right? It really tracks the calories you burn in a unique way. And what's really cool is my friends who also have Apple Watches, we can see who's burning the most calories. So I got these two friends, and one is named Ty. He's like a trader or some shit, like a millionaire trader. And my other friend, Corinne, he's actually one of my students in my online. He's actually one of my students. I helped him build his online fitness business. He made like $250,000 last year with his online fitness business. They're both vegans, these black vegans I'm competing against every fucking day. And I see how much they burn. And it's like, fuck, it's made me go harder. It's really pushed me. It's actually exciting. You know, Corinne was a Marine, and the other guy, he's just got a huge ego like me. And none of us want to lose. And we're like competing against each other. And this does a great job of tracking how many calories I burn. So I set the workout, and I can see how much calories I burn per workout. And it's really been, I don't know, it's been incredible. It's actually been it's actually been a way that's made burning calories more fun, right? Because when you're working out and doing cardio or some shit, it's like you won't see the results that day. So it's kind of hard to stay motivated, right? However, when you're in a competition that day, it's easy to stay motivated. You get what I'm saying? So I can focus on now instead of focus on the actual result that I want is to, you know, be super duper ripped. I could just focus on beating the black vegans. And then I'll be ripped as a result. Does that make sense? So it's made it significantly more fun. All right. That's number one, Apple Watch. Number two, you know what? The next thing on that list is the fucking Nintendo Switch OLED. I know, Brandon. I know you're thinking, Brandon, aren't video games for dorks and losers? Yeah. But they're also fun, right? So when I'm doing cardio, okay, now here's how I use the Switch to get ripped, right? When I'm doing cardio, like on the exercise bike, I'll play the Smash Bros, right? And that makes it, you know, less daunting. You know, the only time I play any games is while doing cardio. So I have a treadmill in my office, and I have an exercise bike. I also bought an exercise bike. So that should be in the description too. I have an exercise bike. And you know, I'll put it outside.
It's there. It's the third
What I
one.
do is what I do. I put the switch on there. Boom. Right? And then I'm playing Smash Bros. Fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like a dork. But I'm getting ripped at the same time. But then the reason the Switch is so cool is because you can take the Joy-Cons out. I just found out about this shit. It's amazing to me. I ain't been playing video games my whole life. Like the last game I had I had a PS1, PlayStation 1. That was the last console I had. You motherfuckers weren't born when that shit came out. This is not a joke. So there's the games that you can play with the fucking Joy-Cons, right? They got fitness games. I didn't know this. So I'll be beating my girl's ass in the tennis game. Babe, remember when I fucked you up in that tennis
Why
shit?
are you lying?
I fucking schooled you. And then that fucking other game with the swords chopped your motherfucking head off. Pushed her in the water and shit. She was gangster, right? So I played a sports game, Nintendo Sports. Then there's a game called Arms. It's like boxing, but you a robot in the future or something weird. It's called Arms. And on its own, I noticed I wasn't burning a lot of calories. And I'm tracking it with my Apple Watch. So I bought some weighted gloves. That I put on. And then, yo, that shit is a fucking workout. The arm shit. She about to, Shorty bought all these fucking things for the sports things. So I'll be playing. I got fucking controllers strapped to my legs and wrists. I got controllers strapped to myself. I'm working out because I gotta beat the vegans. I gotta beat the vegans, and the only way to do it is to make it more fun, right? So that's why. So I'm playing the games. I got a fucking racket. I'm fucking her up with the swords and shit, beating my girlfriend's ass and getting ripped. Beating her in the games, not in real life. And then, so it's Nintendo Sports, Arms, and Smash Bros on the fucking on the exercise bike. It's lit. Oh, and there's another game, Ring Fit Adventures. It's like it's a game that's made for working out. It comes with this like ring thing that you gotta squeeze. And you fucking doing shit. You strap one of them things to your leg. You gotta do shit. And yo, I swear to God, I was playing that shit, and I can see the calories I burnt. It was a fucking lot. It was a lot. It wasn't a game. It was a game, right? I was burning calories, but it was also fun. I think the key is to make it fun, so it's almost like you're not working out, right? Because cardio sucks. It's awful, right? That's why you see these guys, you know, they're all fat, but they like lifting weights. What does he say? I'm gonna be a power lifter now, right? Just because he can't do cardio and he can't cut or watch his diet. So he says, fuck it, I'll do something that allow me to be fat, powerlifting, right? But that's lame. I mean, powerlifting is cool if you're serious about lifting. It's only lame if you like gave up on being ripped. And he said, oh, just power lift, right? Whatever, I digress. Making it fun, right? So the Apple Watch made it fun. I compete with my friends, the black vegans. I'm trying to burn more calories than them. And one of them is the Marines. Sometimes I wake up and this motherfucker already burnt 2,000 calories. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, it's going to be one of those kind of days. He's been up since 4 a.m. doing God knows what out here, you know. And, all right, so that's cool. And then, what was it? Oh, someone says sponsorship. Ain't no sponsorship. You think fucking Nintendo fucking paid me? You fucking retarded. You fucking, yo, here's how you know it's not sponsorship. Nintendo won't let me say fucking retarded in a sponsored video, you fucking retard. That's how you know it's not sponsored. Here's how you know it's not sponsored. Dick shit ass pussy hoes. Right? That's how you know it's not sponsored. Like the video, dumbass. That's how you know it's not sponsored. Cause I'm a real nigga. You can't say real nigga in a sponsored Nintendo video. I just fuck with the shit. I don't do sponsorships. Y'all never see me do sponsorships. I only sell, yeah, I never see fucking 20 years on the internet or 15 years on the internet. I ain't never did no sponsorships.
No.
And now I'm gonna start now with Nintendo Switch. I'm just telling you the truth, dumbass.
Now we won't even be able to run ads.
Hey, Nintendo, suck my dick. How about that? Mario's a bitch. Luigi's a homo.
Now we can't even run YouTube ads.
Now we can't. Who gives a fuck? I'm that nigga. Big Brandon Carter, king of YouTube fitness gangster shit.
All right, we got. Do you want to get into questions? We got some.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. Sponsorship.
We have Christopher. Quick question. I want to get into keto, but not sure what book to read on it.
Gotta be one over here that I can think of. You know what? I used to have a course on keto, but I don't sell it no more. I'm probably gonna. You know what? Tell my team. Tell them to put keto hacks. Tell them somebody to find keto hacks and put it in the Discord, the Victory Unit Discord for free. Let somebody find the keto hacks program, put it in the Discord for free. I got you, brother. Join the Discord. They'll be in there in no time.
Noted.
No time. Free.
Would it be one of the books that are behind you?
Yeah,
The
it
books
probably
on the
is,
sideline.
man. I just don't feel like. Listen, as I really like the fact that the books are color coordinated. I think it's awesome. Doesn't
No,
make
your
it easy
books.
to find the books though. when you're looking for one, because it's not like alphabetical order or the Dewey Decimal. I just got to kind of like scan every one.
Babe, you mentioned your book. Your books are on the left side or on the right side? All hanging.
Oh, these are my books, but it's not one of them. My fault. I know what you're
Got it.
saying. Yeah, I wrote those books before I went keto, so like I be talking about eating bread and shit in those. They old books.
We got Money Team.
Shout out to
What
Money.
mentality do we need to have to sustain working 7 days a week? What did you tell yourself? What challenges did you have to overcome and how?
Excuse me. It was probably a little easier for me, than it would be for you. Like when I had to struggle and I had to work 7 days a week, every day, like I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to. And that's probably why it's more difficult for you than it actually was for me. Right? My father had just shot himself in the head. Right? Like it like just happened. And I was in a situation where like I had to like help my family dig themselves out of a hole, and I had to take care of myself too, because it was during like the Great Recession, in 2008, during the one of the greatest recessions since the Great Depression, right? And I had to figure something out. You don't have to, right? Things are probably fine for you. In fact, I know they are, right? Because you're saying this. Because if you had to, if somebody put a gun to your head and said, yo, motherfucker, get to work, you would just do it. You wouldn't need no mentality. You wouldn't need to tell yourself shit. So I just think it was actually easier for me because I actually had to. But then you get to a point where you don't have to. And I think that's when it's harder. That's when you can really tell who's who and what's what, when you don't need to do it, but you do it anyway. Right? And I think that comes from like desire. Right? Like, how bad do you want it? Like, how bad do you want it? If you don't really want it, that's okay. Right? You can say you want it, or you can want it, but like want it. Like, got to have it. Because you don't get what you want. You get what you have to have. If it was a must, you would just do it. Right? But if it's not a must, if it's something like a nice to have, something you kind of just want, you probably won't accomplish that thing. I'm going to be honest with you. But if you got to have it, you'll figure it out. Right? If you have to get all A's, like you feel like you have to have it, you get all A's. Like, school's not that hard, right? Children do it, right? It's if you had to double your income this month, if you had to, you'd figure it out. I believe you're capable of it. If you had to make your relationship work, you figure it out. If you had to put on 10 pounds of muscle this year, if you had to, gun to your head, you figure it out. Truth is, man, it's easy to be average or even fucking below average in America because it's hard to fail. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I think it makes it hard to win because it's hard to fail. And most people end up living in a sort of purgatory where they're not really happy where they are, but it's not bad enough to make a change. You know? It's not bad enough to make a change, but they're not really happy where they are. So they live in this gray area. And that's what most people call life. But not here. Not us. That's why we put together the Victory Unit Discord. It's for people who aren't willing to settle for mediocrity. People who aren't willing to settle for being average. For things to just be okay. No. These are the Victory Units for people who have ambitions that can't be quenched with mediocre results. Right? It's for those of us who demand greatness from ourselves and are willing to do whatever it takes to extract that from life. It's for those of us who aren't just going to take what we're given and be happy with it. It's for those of us who are going to fucking grab life by the neck, slap it in his face, bend it over. I'm sorry. My fault. Going too hard. People who are going to go take what they want. You know what I'm saying? And are not willing to accept no from life. That's you join the Discord. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Join the Discord. Crypto Boogie?
This is a follow-up question from your first meditation question.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through your meditation process. Do you sit on the floor, bed, on a chair?
I'll sit in a chair. I'll lay down. I don't give a fuck. Like, none of that's important, right? It's not like a big ritual. That's important too. Like, I have to do it here on a pillow with a fountain music with a fountain. You know, it ain't like that. I'll do that shit in the Uber. I'll do that shit at the airport. I'll do it on the airplane. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm not ritualistic about things, right? Because when you have these rituals that you have to follow, you become superstitious, right? And I want to be able to do it under any circumstances, because sometimes my circumstances will change, right? So I don't get superstitious about it. Sometimes I wake up, hey, I'll do it right there in bed. This morning I woke up, I was like, I'll just meditate now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not. Sometimes I'll do it somewhere else. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not ritualistic about it. You know, I just make sure I do it every day.
We have David Diaz.
Mm-hmm,
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, shout out to
Trying get
David.
rich.
David dropping money too. And thanks for that money, Crypto Boogie. Sorry.
When trying to get rich, how important is sleep? By the way, thank you for everything you showed me.
There's a book you need to read called Why We Sleep. Matter of fact, don't read the book. Go find. Okay, you can't read the book. It's good. But you could just listen to the interview with the author and Joe Rogan. Right? He basically kind of explains everything. I don't know if Joe Rogan took that shit off the internet when he signed the deal with Spotify. But the author pretty much explains everything. And it's important. It depends on how young you are. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was like 24, I remember this. This moment. It was funny. I wasn't sleeping a lot, right? I was working real hard and doing all this other shit, hustling, trying to get this money. And my boy Brian, he texted me. It was like 3 a.m. I don't know what he was doing up. I think he was working nightlife or something. And he texted me just to ask me a question. He expected me to answer in the morning. And I answered like right away, right? You know, he was like, yo, bro, when the fuck do you sleep? And I was like, Sundays. Right? Like I didn't really sleep a whole lot when I was younger, but I think when you're young, you can get away with that a lot more. As you get older, it becomes more important. However, I think a younger person will still benefit from getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I really think you'll benefit from that because it'll make your mind sharper. You're able to learn better. You're able to process information better. You're able to manage your emotions better. Your immune system goes up. When you get less than 6 hours of sleep, your immune system drops by like 60%. Right? So you're more likely to get sick. And when you're sick, you know, it slows down your ability to generate income substantially. Right? So you want to, if nothing else, just so you don't get sick. I really feel like sleep is one of the things I do to get money. Like when you saw my list earlier of leading indicators, getting at least 7 hours of sleep, that's a money-making activity for me. Because I know I'll be sharper, I'll be able to make better decisions, and I'm more likely to stay healthy, right? Which is important. So I track my sleep. I use this thing called an Oura Ring. Hey, it's not a sponsor. It's not a sponsor. Nobody sponsoring this shit, dorks. Hey, if you want to sponsor the podcast, go fuck yourself. How about that? I don't take sponsorships. All right. If you want to sponsor, listen. No. All jokes aside. If you're a company out there and you want to sponsor the Victory Talk podcast, go fuck yourself. Huh? All right. Oura Ring. I use the Oura Ring to track my sleep. And what's cool about it, it gives me all types of data. You know, like how much REM sleep I got, how much deep sleep I got. So not only how much sleep I got, the quality of that sleep as well. Not just the quantity, but the quality. And then it does something that's important, my heart rate variability. Right? So like if that goes down, like I know, it's really time to take a break. Right? Maybe like calm down a little bit. You know. So I manage things a lot, you know, and I track it every day. Oura Ring. I used to wear one called the Whoop, which I think actually gives better data. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's kind of dorky because it's like some shit you got to wear on your wrist, and I got like Cartier diamonds and all this other shit on my wrist. So it didn't really go with the aesthetic, but this did. This worked with it pretty well. Yeah.
We have
Real Bobby Trama back in the house with $1. Shout out to Real Bobby Trama. Yo, he said that was his picture. I thought it was Riff Raff. I thought it was the rapper Riff Raff. But nah, that's him. What's up? What Real Bobby talking about?
Nah, he just donated.
He just gave $1. Classic Real Bobby Trama in the house. He here every week.
We have Ariel.
What up, Ariel?
I'm the best cleaner on TaskRabbit. Ariel B. Hit me up.
That's what's up, man. Listen, that's a bold statement. Because there's some good fucking cleaners. There's some good cleaners. That Latino lady that comes and cleans our crib. What's her name? Luisa. She be cleaning the shit out of this crib. How long it take her last time?
Last time it took like 5 hours.
5 hours. It's a big place. But she's like getting in the fucking baseboards and the crevices. You know that spot between the toilet and the wall? You could eat a meal off that shit when she leaves, right? Like, motherfucker, shit you don't even see behind the toilet. So that's like, that's a bold claim, Ariel. You know what I'm saying? Ariel. It's a bold
We got
claim.
Riley. What is your
Riley
advice
came
to the
through with
younger-
$5.
What is
I need
your
that.
advice?
I need that effect from the song. I got 5 on it. Let me put that in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How it goes?
I got 5 on it.
That's it?
If I start singing it, I'll get a YouTube strike. You know what I'm saying? Content.
What is your advice to the younger generation on talking to women?
Don't, man. Fuck these hoes. Listen, get money. You fix your mind, muscle, your mindset, and your money. Muscle, money, mindset. You get those things, and you don't. You. The advice you'll be asking me is like, man, how do I keep all these women off me? It's crazy. No más chicas, por favor. Por favor, no más chicas. No más. Had enough, right? See, even I ain't even like that question. How I talk to girls. It implies like you out here chasing them. No, man. You need to be so good. You need to be so good that they chase you. Yo, another effect I need. Again, please take this note for me. I'm gonna forget. I need Axe saying, I'm the prize. I need that effect. I need to make that shit. You gotta be the prize, man. You can't be chasing these hoes. You got to be the prize, man. Listen, there's new girls turning 18 every day, right? You out here chasing them, right? New models is about to come out. They need to be chasing you. And you do that by improving your money, muscle, and mindset. You do that, you're gonna need thought repellent. Thought repellent. That's gonna be the only sponsorship I take. It's thought repellent. Once I develop the product. For all the Victory Unit members who are going to need it. Thought repellent. No más chicas. That's going to be the the slogan for it. No más chicas. Por favor. And there's going to be a spray that you put on and thoughts, they like a force field. Almost like mosquito spray. Right? It's not offensive when you smell it, right? But it's like the mosquitoes they stay away. They can't come close, right? That's gonna be the thoughts. And they're gonna be trying, but they can't get past the force field. That's what I'm trying to develop. That's what all your super chats go through. Thought repellent research and development. It goes straight to the scientists in the lab cooking up that thought repellent. We gotta figure this shit out. We got to figure this shit out because it's getting out of hand. Victory Unit members are getting too much money. Building too much muscle, and the mindsets are getting too strong. Dots are coming out the woodworks, man. It's like World War Z. And we need to get this thought repellent done. We need to get this product out to market as soon as possible. That's where all your super chats go to. So thank you guys for your donations. All right. What else we got?
Concerned black man. Miss most of the show. Gotta catch it later.
Yes, you do. Hey, listen, I appreciate your concern, black man. I appreciate your concern. You do gotta catch it.
We have Albert Alquino.
You just threw some money on it.
Yes, he did.
$1.99 and $1.99. Yay. I like, listen, every dollar, every cent counts. It's all going to research and development for thought repellent. We got to get this product to market. It's getting out of hand. I'm hearing it's getting out of hand.
We have Federico. Greetings from 5-year viewer. Tokyo.
All right.
Asians over Latinas.
What did he say? Asians
Yep.
over Latinas? It depends on who you ask, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to tell you what your preferences should be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what your preferences should be. Hold up, man. I think I got something. I want to show. Hold on, don't show it yet. I want to make sure.
Building your online business?
Oh, man, hold up. I caught an ad. I thought I got rid of this shit. Hold up. Give me a second. I want to show you something. I want to show you. Just hold on. Bear with me, guys. If I'm right about this, it'll
I've
be worth it.
muted the laptop if you want to just.
All right, yeah. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me find this shit. Let me find what I need, what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, hold on. All right. Show my screen. This is what it's like when the victory unit gets too big. This is what it's like. These are thoughts. These are thoughts chasing you. Right? We got to get the thought repelling out. You're going to be like Brad Pitt running from the thoughts with your family. Imagine these zombies is thoughts. This is what it's like if the victory unit was he joined the victory unit. That's why we got to get this product out. We really have to get it out to the masses. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem, man. Look at this. Those are thoughts. All right, you can stop. So every dollar you get gets us closer to bringing this product to market. It's very exciting. My reviews speak for itself. Come on.
Sorry, you were muted. Can you repeat, please?
I said Ariel was back.
My reviews speak for itself. Yo, come on. Come on. His reviews speak for it. I don't know what. Listen, do I just search your name on TaskRabbit? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with that information. But I believe you, man. I believe you after that follow up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't even know what city you in. Maybe I'm assuming Miami, based off what you said. I need the victory unit. If you in Miami area, I need you to hire my man Ariel to clean your crib. One, because he's a member. You know what I'm saying? Of our tribe. We got to keep the money within the family. Two, I need y'all to vet his cleaning abilities. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this brother accountable. Right? If you are in the Miami area, hire my man to clean your crib. I'm sorry, man. We already got somebody that we work with that we're happy with, man. She's already dope. But if we didn't have someone, it'd be you.
We have Surreal G.
Surreal G. What up?
He donated.
He wrote it 250 DOPs. I don't know what that is.
Dominican.
Is that Dominican?
Money?
You said? Oh, all right. Anyway, that could be.
¿Qué lo que, Brandon? Saludos.
Oh, he's Dominican. He is Dominican. Que lo que. Hombre.
Brandon, saludos desde RD, which is República Dominicana. I heard Mike Rashid saying he only eats once a day. Can someone get jacked eating like that?
Sí, Señor Rashido.
Puede.
Uno comida hoy. Uno comida. Cena, desayuno. Uno seno para Señor Rashido. And you should ask Mike more about that. Like for me, I try to get, like 250 grams of protein per day, which is like overkill. But, it's probably going too far. But like, listen, you have to go too far to find out how far you can go. All right. What else we got? Hey, but Kalo K. What's up?
Rage is back. Damn. Mic drop.
Mic drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he panicked.
We
Yo,
have Hector.
shout out to that money though. Every dollar you spend goes to research and development for thought repellent. All right, we're gonna beat this thing. All right, what up?
Hector has, I'm looking to get into a sales job on the side while working my day job.
Nice.
However, I have no sales skills. So how do I get into sales with no experience?
How do you get into it with no experience? It's been so long since I had no experience. Like, I don't mean that to be cocky. It's like, fuck, how do you get into it with no experience? You know, you got to find somebody who's willing to train you. You got to find some sort of job or position, somebody who's willing to train you. Someone who look for jobs with no experience. They're always looking for salespeople. And you just want to, if I was you, I'd read some books, take some courses, whatever you can to get good at it so you'll be more likely to get hired.
Masterclass.
Masterclass?
I've seen some really cool.
There's some good ones on there,
Yeah.
right? You know, Chris Voss has a good one on there. His shit is dope. Chris Voss, that's my guy. Hey, listen. Chris Voss, I thought he was dope, right? He's like 60-year-old man. And like, this guy's good at sales and persuasion. I knew he was good. Then I saw his girlfriend. I was like, oh shit, this old. He's an old man. Somebody pull it up. Chris Voss. I was like, okay. I don't know about y'all, but I judge like gurus or teachers. Like, if you got an ugly girlfriend or wife, I won't listen to you. I won't listen to you. Because you can't. How good can you be at your job if you out here fucking a 6? You gotta be trash.
Oh,
Yeah, I did that. Yup. No, I didn't. I didn't call her ugly. Did I say that? No, his wife is not ugly. His girlfriend is like. It showed that Chris Voss is like, I had more respect for him once I saw his girlfriend. Is what I was trying to say. Especially because he's an old ass white man. And this chick has got to be like fucking 30 years younger than him. This motherfucker's like a senior citizen, right? Motherfucker got like gray teeth and shit. Now I'm making it worse. Right? But his girl was like a model. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker did his thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, what else we got?
We have Ryan. Mm-hmm. What do you do whenever you know an impulsive decision is close that could set you back?
What do you think he means by that? I don't know if I understand the question in its entirety. I don't know. There seems to be a deficit of comprehension on my part. What do you know?
I mean, he can elaborate and we can. Ryan, can you just explain the question?
Yeah, I'd like to answer it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I mean, what I think he means is, what if you're about to, or you think you might make an impulsive decision that'll fuck your shit up?
Yeah, so it's like carbs for you.
Ugh. But I don't do that. It's gross.
Exactly.
Yo, it's like, listen, man. If you're not in control, okay. If you can't control your actions, if you literally can't control your action, that's like child shit. Oh, guilty pleasure. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I get it. You saying you're not in control of your own behavior like a child. and I don't mean that to be a dick. I just mean that I want you to think about that. This is like, honestly, think about it. Like, my son is like crazy impulsive, right? But he's 5. Right? His actual neocortex is not fully developed. The part of his brain that regulates impulse control is not developed yet. It's not even developed until you're like, late teens, early 20s. So yeah, it's like literally like a child or an animal, So with practice, man, you like children and women can get away with shit like that, right? But a man, like, you can't get away with it. And it's not even good when children and women do it. I'm just saying they can get away with it, right? You can't. Like, there's a lot of, we're not going to get the same passes that children and women can get, right? Like, we're held to a different standard, right? No, I'm not saying it's harder for us, or I'm not trying to have that argument, because women have their own challenges that I wouldn't want to have to deal with, right? You know what I'm saying? However, I'm just saying this is one thing you ain't gonna get no leeway. Hot chicks can get away with goddamn nearly anything, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't. So you gotta like not do that. Like, the only thing you can control is your attitude. The only thing you really have control over in the world, listen to me. The only thing you really have control over in the whole world is your attitude and your actions. Your attitude and your actions. And if you're telling me you cannot control number two, then it's like you giving up 50% of the things you can control. So you just have to be stronger. And it comes with practice. Not, we all fuck up sometimes. We all make mistakes. I mean, that's part of it, right? That's part of life. We all make mistakes. We all, do things we're not supposed to. But you want to mitigate that as much as possible. Because your ability to control your behavior and your ability to control your attitude is actually what maturity is. Just think about this. Someone who's immature, a child, right, cannot control, has very limited control over his behavior and limited control over his or her attitude, right, and emotions. They don't have no emotional regulation, right? As you mature, you're expected to be able to control your emotions, right? And be able to control your behavior. As you get older, you're held to a higher standard the more you age, right? At some point, it wasn't cool for you to shit in your pants anymore, right? You had to control that shit, right? As you got older, you had to start shitting in the toilet. You had to figure that out, right? You keep, more is expected of you as you become more mature. If you can't do that, then you're literally not maturing. If you can't control your behaviors and your attitude, you're literally not maturing. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Like, children they have no emotional regulation. They flip out over everything. They don't get the ball or the toy they want. They start crying. All right, he's a baby, whatever. But as you get older, that shit is not acceptable anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? And the older you get, the more you have to be able to like shrug shit off until you get so old that motherfuckers die, and like you still might have to go to work the next day, right? You're expected, as you mature, you're expected to be able to control your emotions. You're expected to be able to control your behavior as you mature. And if you can't do that, that means you're not growing up, right? So really, I got to say, without sounding too harsh, it's like, yo, grow the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Grow up, be an adult, right? Guilty pleasures. Like, it's so weird to me that people still get fat. It's like, well, hold up, man. You can't control the amount of food you put in your mouth? That's like the lowest form of discipline. That's not fucking calculus or some shit like that. It's like, just control the amount of food you put in your mouth. You can't even do that. It's like, what? Sheer weakness. And maybe you need to be harder on yourself, right? Maybe you need to be harder on yourself, right? Some people make things easy on themselves. I know all the time, be like, oh, I deserve this, or I did this, or I can take this time off, I can do this. And it's like, maybe you should do the opposite, like be harder on yourself. on yourself. Like when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I fucking hate myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I hold myself to a higher standard. That's why I accomplished so much. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope that's helpful. Or I was just roasting you for 15 minutes. I don't know. I hope it was helpful.
So here's the thing. It's almost 9, but we also got a good question. I don't know if
All right, last what are you talking about?
Nima, you taking my job.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, baby, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to mute myself.
Appreciate it.
I caramba.
I was gonna
Dios
say
míos.
that you answered both Ryan and Riley's questions together. We did get one more question,
Uh-huh.
and it's from G. It says, "I'm disabled, but I want to make passive money online. What do you suggest?" Depends
Yo,
on his
come on, hold up. Shout out to this my man. He's like, yo, I'm disabled. I'm still out here trying to get it. Let's go. These motherfucking broke boys ain't disabled at all. And they just sit around being broke. It was Martin Luther King's birthday the other day, wasn't it?
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Monday, yeah.
It was Martin Luther King's birthday. And if he would have saw some of you broke ass niggas, he'd be so sad. He's like, was we fucking marching and getting our ass kicked for this asshole to sit around being broke? Ugh. I wouldn't have marched if I knew this motherfucker was gonna sit around being broke all day. I digress. My man is a G. Investing, bro, like investing, join the Victory Unit. I'm telling you, like the stock market is probably here's why I don't invest in real estate, because you gotta like go to houses. When I can just buy stocks and shit and ETFs from my phone. Like real estate is good investment, but like I don't want to go to houses. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do, so I can do that. I make millions from my phone with stocks, right? And I don't have to leave, and that's about as passive you can get. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Why does the timer keep going off? Because that's when I'm supposed to go to sleep, bro.
Super chats keep coming.
Why does your timer go off?
All right. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a $20 one? Hey, $20. $20, man. That's gonna really help us bring this thought repellent to market. Seriously, the scientists are gonna use that. What are you talking about?
I'm making 200, 300K now, and in 1.5 year, I can hit 500 to 600K working in a hedge fund.
Nice.
Torn between going all out on doing something on the side or joining the fund. Don't know if the side shit can make more than the fund.
Yo, man, join the fund. Don't start some shit on your side, right? Like if you got a good this is what I'm talking about. If you got a job like this and you can live on less than that a year, right? Invest that shit in the fund if you're getting great returns, or in something, right? Yo, in 2-3 years, you'll be making more from your investments than your job. I would do that shit. If I was making that kind of money, I would be investing. I would listen. That is underrated. Making a job that gives you a few $100,000 a year is underrated. The only people I pay that much are like my salespeople, but they earn it like in commission. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's underrated, bro. Let's go. All right, guys. This has been another episode of Victory Talk. I didn't get to Book of the Week, Baller of the Week, none of that. But we just got to talking and chopping it up, and that's what happens, man. But anyway, join the Victory Unit. Right, we're doing a free training on stocks, making money in the stock market with my man Romulus, and we'd love to see y'all there. All right, guys, let's get out of there.